My name is Tolita, born to Mr. and Mrs. Shoyemi. I did most of my early education in Lagos, primary school, secondary, and studied computer science in the University of Ilorin. During my youth service in Lagos, a colleague of mine heard about an opportunity for sponsorship by Women Affairs for female that are interested in becoming pilots. And then I grabbed that opportunity and went off to Zaria, where we have an aviation school in Nigeria. And upon getting there, I was lucky to be enrolled, having done well in the assessment tests. Since I was a little girl, I've always wanted to fly. The mystery of how a plane flies was something that tickled me. And in those days, it wasn't as if internet was readily available that you could Google up and find out about it. So the interest birthed the desire to become a pilot. Even though I knew my mom couldn't afford it because my dad was late and there were 7 of us for her to look after. But a little dream in a little girl's heart still stayed. Pilot school was tough. Ideally, it should be 2 years, 2.5 years normally. But we spent 6 years. And it means you have to keep doing the exams again. But we ended up finishing, and as God will have it, I came out tops in the class. While in school, I had an incident that one of the prerequisites to graduation is you have to do a cross-country, and mine was to go from Zaria to Jos to Abuja, and Abuja back to Zaria. Okay, so I've done the first 2 legs, but unfortunately on the last leg, the weather was bad. And I waited, but because when you're flying school, there's a limit to how much nighttime you could fly. But the weather seemed to have cleared up in Abuja and then in Zaria, and then I decided to go, not knowing that there's a score line. Recent times, a few accidents have happened as a result of heavy score line, especially in all these international flights. And here was I, a student with a tiny plane, stuck in the middle. I tried dodging and flying around because I know I cannot go into it. Flying around it, I was getting very low on fuel. It got to a point I couldn't continue to Zaria, and going back to Abuja was getting out of the question. To be honest, I prayed, I committed myself to God that, God, maybe this is the end of my life and my career. But I now remembered going in, I had seen a football field earlier. And then I thought, oh, wait a minute, I could actually turn back and see if I could shoot an approach into this football field, which is what I did and I got away with. That was my only option of staying alive. So I landed a federal government plane on the football field out of nowhere in a local government in Kaduna, not too far from Jos. I met my husband in flying school. We were colleagues in flying school, and then after school, not long, we got married. We're blessed with 2 kids. He's a pilot working for a private airline. I'm a pilot working for a commercial airline. Every day in my house is dynamic. No day is alike because, of course, you have programs that changes. Since I left flying school, I've worked with aero contractors, and it so happens that I've spent 10 years with them. And since I've been in aero, I've gotten equal opportunities just like the men, because aero is not a company that promotes. They are not gender sensitive. They're just about skills. You do well, you get what you deserve. As we stand, I'm actually a fleet manager for the Dash 8 fleet. To females out there, I would say, don't let anybody stop you. There's nothing like a male-dominated world. Like I'd always tell myself, if it's been done before, regardless of whether male or female, then you can do it. There are female astronauts, there are female doctors, there are female scientists. So being a woman doesn't stop you from anything. All you just need to do is to prioritize and be able to know what really is important. And then the sky is just the beginning, never the limit for you.